Hey Uncle Rick, I made a video for you for Christmas to show how much I love you and how big of an impact you make on other people. And when you were speaking at the Fox Theater, like in my life, you've made a big impact. While you were speaking at the Fox Theater, I was crying in the audience, and I was so proud to call you my uncle. But I want to show you that you're not just an inspiration to me, you're an inspiration to a lot of other people, and especially other kids at my school. So here are some of the things that my friends wanted to say to you. Unfortunately, some of their videos, they couldn't make it in time or they couldn't send it. So this is only a handful of them, but I hope you enjoy.
Mr. Jackson, what I got from listening to your story is that I should be more grateful for what I have. You've opened my eyes to see all the beautiful blessings and opportunities that God has given me. I've come to realize that not everyone has as much as I do and that I shouldn't take life for granted. I'm truly incredibly blessed, and I couldn't be more thankful for my family and for God.
So after hearing your story, and Lauren talking about you, I've heard so many great things, and you honestly seem like a great man, and it's amazing how you started and then how you're ending, and just with $100 bill, what you can do. Like tonight at church, our pastor was talking about how he gives each of his grandchildren $100 bill each Christmas. And then he tells them to go give that $100 bill to someone that needs it. And it's just so amazing how that $100 bill, although it seems small, it can be huge to somebody else. And it's truly amazing what it can do. And I mean, as you can see, you turned something amazing out of it, and you're working for God's kingdom with so much on your side, and it's amazing.
That's just really impressive, coming from someone who's experienced that kind of stuff firsthand and being able to pass that on and help kids who are going through what you've experienced yourself. That's just really inspirational, and just it'll bring light to their lives through Jesus.
Hi, I just want to say thank you so much for all the kingdom work that you do. When I'm older, I really want to foster to adopt kids, and your story was a really big inspiration.
Watching your story, as a stranger even, I can so clearly see the light of God in you. And when we always say light of God, but what does that really mean? What does that really portray? And it's the strength and the perseverance you had to go through that wreckage as a young child, even just growing up. There were so many chances for the enemy to tear you down, but overall, you said no. You put your foot down and you let God take over, and you said, no, I have God, and that's enough. That's enough, Satan. And that is altogether powerful in its own, and that's mighty. That shows how mighty our God is, and through you I can see that. So thank you. And second of all, what you're doing for all these children, it amazes me how one action that happened to you can create you to change humanity, and that's what you're doing. You're changing one life by one life, but it's so many. And they tell people, and you're just spreading God's light. The light of the world is coming through you, and that is altogether wonderful and beautiful, and I hope you know that.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I wrote you a letter, so I will just read the letter. Okay. Just the day before I had heard about you, I had listened to a sermon by Erwin McManus, shown to me by your niece Lauren. It had talked about living to your capacity, how this requires you to constantly care, constantly put others before yourself. It is not pushing people away, but inviting them in. I know I tend, like most people, to push others away. I say to myself that some problems are too big for me to fix, too much hassle, that I can't make a difference, and that the difference I could make is too little to matter. But your testimony has inspired me otherwise. You have allowed me to recognize that these problems aren't just issues, they are people, and that choosing to avoid them is almost like choosing sometimes life or death for that person. Hearing how dark the foster kids' experiences were, how it was like they were in a deep hole where their entire lives were telling them that they are unloved. It broke my heart, and it also helped break my shell. My prayer is that I may learn to love, to care, and to run, opening my arms to people the way you did and the way that you do and are doing. Because it reminds me of how Jesus did. I can just picture the angels flying rapidly, singing and rejoicing, and all the beautiful lights representing enlightened children popping up across the globe. Because you said yes. Because you care, people are being pulled out of their deep holes dug for them by Satan and are coming into the light. They are finding, because of you and others, that they are loved. My prayer is that you can fully recognize that this work is, yes, by God's power, but is also happening only because you said yes. And I join with the chorus of thanks to humbly say thank you, because you have inspired me to start doing the same. Just as you have helped give life to these kids, you have helped me to choose life. And for that, I am eternally grateful. So, thank you.
We're all so grateful for what you do, Uncle Rick, and we love you so much. You are such an inspiration. Thank you for being who you are, and Merry Christmas.